So, what are your overall feelings about the real combo this year? I feel I'm still so hyped about it.
Yes, there were many more entries this year than last year. Last year it was like 3.
Yes,
four
only 3.
entries, and now 7, at least, or at least 7 got to the main event.
Actually 9. There were 9 in Real Wild.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, the quality of the entries in Real Wild was surprising. It was so amazing to see so many good quality products. And like you said, there was only 3 last year, 9 this year. That's just amazing to see so many production here at Assembly this year.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. This year's quality has been really good. It was so nice to see so many excellent real-world demos this year. I was so overwhelmed with the quality. Yeah.
Yes, I think I was just laughing and jumping on my bench the whole time. Oof, oof. What about the short film combo entries this year?
I don't know if there has been any short films videos before of the trip to Assembly. This year there were 2. I think maybe someone has done it before, but that was like a main theme because they was it entries 2 and 3 that were like that, and then of course the first video that was like an introduction video. You can do your demo, your own demo also, but I think it was pretty varied because some of them were full CGI and some of them were like shot with mobile phones, and they were like road trip videos, if I say. How about you?
Yeah, it was nice to see a lot of different kinds of films there. There were, like I said, like this mobile phone footage, road trips, and all the way to the high-end CGI stuff we saw in the later parts of the compo. And I think the quality was good as well this year. Yeah.
It was nice to see at least a few short film, which was kind of a classic short film, which reminded me like from old school wild demos, which combined live action video and the like animation. Yeah, I kind of like this year's short films.
And also there were more entries this year. I think last year was only 5 and now there were 7, so that's a really good thing. So maybe let's start to go over the entries that we picked on the Real Wild. So the first entry we picked was the 5th one, Manka 3.0, sorry. So, what do you think about it?
I was impressed that one could actually compress that much video footage in the chips that they used. Because at first I only picked Arduino Nano from the assembly when they had the assembly video first and then the real demo with the Manka 3.0. And but you said there were actually more hardware that can hold the footage inside.
Yeah, I think the TNC that was used in that demo has enough power to actually do that kind of stuff easily, because it was an LCD display. It wasn't like a CRT or like something that. So there are a few tips, few tricks that you can do with that hardware to actually run that stuff. So, but still, I very much like. Stuff that's done on real hardware, on minimal hardware and stuff like that. But just
because it was quite long video they played on the LCD, and at least once they had this audio visualizer there. I was wondering, is that really the audio that they were playing visualized? Like, was it calculated in that moment? Because with the Arduinos, and that would be quite a good feat. Because the AT Mega 328, is it?
Yeah, well, we need to ask that from the creators, how they did it, but it is possible to do that also in real time. But
yeah, I always like when people use the LCD displays in wild demos. I mean, real wild demos. It was, I don't actually remember when they used they on first time in these demos like this, but I actually like the concept when they use LCD displays.
Yeah, I was also happy that there were so much building up this year. Like this fifth one, and also was it the second one with the hospital screen?
Yeah, that was a really good concept. Yeah.
Yeah.
We, at 1 year they used the old metro station displays. That was also really good. But yeah.
Actually, in those kinds of demos, I think this might also apply to the hospital screen, but the train display was actually very hard, I heard, to interface with it, because they had no documentation of how it, what kind of data it interprets, and how do you tell it which pixels to light up. And it was actually some pretty obscure way of telling it which sections of it the LEDs or the LCDs to turn on. And I don't know, maybe it was also pretty obscure for the hospital screen. At least I doubt they had any documents.
Yeah, but just all that kind of hacking stuff just brings more value to the production. It's great to see people still have the interest and drive to do such things, and not just writing cool shaders on shader toy, but just going with the real hardware and hacking it.
Yes, I agree. So the next entry we picked was the sixth, Esitys 1, the PowerPoint demo.
Yeah, PowerPoint is a demo engine.
I personally
This is actually first time we saw PowerPoint demo in any.
I don't remember I
Yeah.
have ever seen, but that doesn't tell much. Because
Yeah, I was
don't know.
wondering if there was this one PowerPoint combo 1 year. I'm not sure.
No. But my opinion is that if Dot is coming with an entry made with PowerPoint, that's like 99% of trolling us with it. Because,
Yeah, but the fact that you can actually do some visual basic scripting on PowerPoint and also Excel. Excel demo was done some time ago already, but it was just waiting for the right time to bring out the PowerPoint and actually do something with it. The capabilities have been there. Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, and that group kind of likes to surprise the audience. They come up really good ideas to how to. Yeah, and I think this PowerPoint was.
And
I don't know. Yeah, I like this one.
yeah, I think there were some effects that I was kind of wondering. I don't actually know how I would do that. But
Yeah, I should also improve my PowerPoint skills. So, the third one we picked was the seventh, Technic 40. And actually, yeah, you, Teppo, you were doing this, or this is your entry.
I was part of the group that built it. I was one of the Lego builders there, so I wasn't actually doing the coding part there, but I was involved with the building and coming up with what notes the robot should press on the Korg. And it's a fun process, and just amazing how much Lego has gone forward in 40 years with the Technic series, and now there's actually so powerful controllers that we can actually run demos on them.
I saw it was playing piano on the background.
Yeah.
Was some part of the audio that was on the demo played by it?
All the audio was played by the robot.
All of it, but that was.
Yeah.
I didn't catch many of the instruments then because because the way it pressed the keyboards, it was way too slow to be at least even the backdrop music.
Yeah. Okay. We might be abusing some things that are built into the micro Korg, the synthesizer that it was playing.
Okay.
But it was all triggered by the robot.
Okay. So not even that it was all encoded, but it was all triggered by some robots. So it was all produced with a physical layer.
I'm not quite sure what you're here. So.
It was not just that you programmed some sound and then some speaker played it, that you actually had some physical layer playing that song.
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically how it was done that we had two these Technic EV3 controllers. One was running the graphics and one was controlling the Korg playing robot.
Okay.
And we had pre-programmed the microcorg so that it runs an arpeggio and with a synth line based on the keys that the robot presses
Okay.
using pneumatics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then. You know, I understand it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I
quite
really like that there were a lot of buildings this year or building up the machine, but actually your machine is really interesting while it's running.
Yeah, we actually have the machine here with us.
You do?
Yeah.
Can we see it somewhere?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they have built it up, but it's probably going to be on the old school area.
Ah, okay.
Be very interesting to see.
Yeah. The last entry we picked was actually the last entry, 9th, fader abuse.
Best fader abuse ever.
Absolutely, this was my personal favorite from this.
Also my
of the
personal
entries. Yeah, this was something that which was never used before. Original idea, original concept, very good executed. And
Yes.
yeah.
Well, all the like the camera angles where how they showed they showed this guitar player playing the chords, and then actually you had a visualizer with the adjustment knobs.
Yeah.
And then at some point you had what's it called when you have different frequencies mapped for each knob. That's also kind of a visualizer.
Like a
And then you
visualizer.
had another kind of visualizer in the beginning with the snares and hi-hats and kicks and all the bass effects and those. So they had like at least two, maybe three different ways of visualizing the sounds with those knobs.
And it's actually a funny thing. Last year at Assembly Summer, we were talking about making a demo for X32, and now it happened.
And the usage of the little screens was quite impressive also. And the text they showed there that I was wondering, why are they updating it so slowly? And then it actually played it. Well, we play it this slowly because you can't read this, and then the faster text, which was pretty fun.
Yeah, I also think that the video was pretty long, but it wasn't boring at all.
Nope.
You just wanted to see more and more.
And actually, the song was pretty good also.
Yeah.
If that song had been in, like, say, listening music compo or in dance music compo, that would be pretty high on the list also.
Yes. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, so what are your feelings about the whole Real Wild entries? And is it going to be a tough competition?
Very tough, I think. At least for the second place, because my personal favorite is the last one. But I think all of the entries we discussed here were very good. And now that I understood how your Lego actually works, then that's pretty high also.
Yes, I think it's going to be a tough competition. Maybe not from the first place, but below that, because I just found the X32 demo was just so amazing that it's a clear winner in my mind.
Yeah, I also agree. It's going to be a really tough competition for the top three. So many great entries. It's really hard to choose the best three of them. So my personal favorite was the last one, but second and third, it's very hard to choose.
Yes, I agree. Unluckily, we don't have time to look the entries of the short films, but what about the overview of them? Is it going to be a tough competition? What were your favorites? What was lacking?
For some odd reason, I like the video where the Swedish guys came from all the way from Stockholm to Assembly, but that's just me. The last film was quite good, I think.
Yeah, the last entry was great. Also, spin that cookie. That was awesome.
That was a nice comedic relief for them. Yeah, also like the last entry, the antivirus, it kind of reminded me from the 2002 Wild demo winner, The Way Out. They utilized the same kind of utilization for live action video and the animation. I really like those kind of entries.
Yeah, it was like kind of the 80s weird science vibes.
Exactly,
also there.
yeah.
Yes, thank you for being our guest here in Compostudio. And thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow with more studios and combos. Thank you.